An Israeli special force that landed in eastern Lebanon overnight in search of information about a navigator who has been missing for nearly 40 years did not find his remains, the Israeli military said Saturday. The operation left dozens of people dead and dozens more wounded. Israel has been trying for decades to find out what happened to Ron Arad since he went missing after parachuting from a fighter jet that crashed in Lebanon in 1986. Arad was involved in attacking suspected Palestinian militants. He was captured alive by local gunmen. The Israeli military did not say where the force landed in Lebanon, but the Lebanese army and state media said an Israeli commando force landed on the mountains along the border with Syria before heading to the eastern town of Nabi Chit, where they clashed with Hezbollah and local fighters. Lebanon's health ministry said at least 41 people were killed and 40 wounded overnight in Nabi Chit and areas nearby. The Lebanese army said 3 soldiers were among those killed in the exchange of fire. It said 4 helicopters took part in the operation, 2 of which conducted the landing. It also reported that residents clashed with the Israeli force while Lebanese troops went on alert and fired light bombs. Lebanese Army Commander General Rudolfi Hakel said later Friday that the Israeli force that conducted the operation was dressed in Lebanese army uniforms and used ambulances during the operation with signs of Hezbollah's Islamic Health Organization. A resident of Nabi Chit told the Associated Press that the Israeli force entered the town and dug up a grave in a cemetery before it left. The man who spoke on condition of anonymity out of security concerns had no further details. The Israeli Army's Arabic spokesman Avichai Adre posted on X that the force did not find Arad's remains or any evidence related to him. Hezbollah said its members clashed with the Israeli force and that Israel's Air Force conducted some 40 airstrikes in the area in order for the unit on the ground to be able to withdraw. Arad's wife urged Israel's leaders not to endanger the lives of Israeli soldiers in their search to bring home his body. Our desire to know what happened to Ron stops the moment it endangers Israeli soldiers, his wife, Tommy, wrote on Facebook, noting that the family has said this multiple times through the years. For 40 years we have lived with the fact that Ron is missing, and we want to know what happened to Ron, but not at any price. The sanctity of life is above any closing of the circle of certainty for us, she added. Adre said the Israeli force did not suffer any casualties. A Shiite Muslim faction called the Believers' Resistance captured Arad after he landed and released some photos of him early on before all traces of him disappeared. Arad was believed to have been held in Nabi Chit until 1988, after which he went missing following a fierce battle between Hezbollah fighters and Israeli troops in the village of Maiden further south. In December, a retired Lebanese officer, Ahmed Shukr, disappeared in eastern Lebanon while meeting some people who wanted to buy a plot of land. His family believes Israeli operatives kidnapped him to get information about the case and took him to Israel. Shukr's wife and brother told the Associated Press recently that the retired officer does not have any information about Arad's fate.